If you've ever felt humiliated for simply doing your job, if you've ever been treated like you were invisible, this story is for you. Because today, you're about to hear what happened when a restaurant manager shattered an egg, not just on a waitress's uniform, but on her dignity. He thought no one important was watching. But just a few tables away, someone very important was. Someone who would change everything. Stay with me till the end, because the way this story turns will make your heart ache, and then heal. Tea was a busy Saturday evening at Lamonti Bistro, the kind of place where laughter mixes with the soft clinking of wine glasses and the aroma of sizzling steaks. Maya, a 24-year-old waitress, rushed between tables, her ponytail bouncing as she tried to hide the exhaustion on her face. She'd been on her feet for 9 hours straight, covering an extra shift because one of her coworkers had called in sick. Her dream was simple: to save enough money for college and one day open her own bakery. But right now, those dreams were tucked behind a stained apron and tired smile. Her manager, Mr. Collins, was a man who loved two things: control and appearances. To him, employees weren't people. They were tools to maintain service standards. He barked orders like a general at war. That night, a small mistake changed everything. Maya had accidentally placed a dish of eggs Benedict on the wrong table. The customer politely pointed it out, and she apologized, quickly correcting it. But Mr. Collins saw. He stormed over, his face red with anger. "Do you even use your brain, Maya?" he shouted, loud enough for half the restaurant to turn their heads. Maya's cheeks burned. She whispered, "I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again." "Oh, I'm sure it won't," he sneered. Then, in a moment that froze time, he picked up a raw egg from the counter, held it up, and cracked it right on her head. The yolk slid down her hair, dripping onto her uniform. Gasps filled the room. Someone laughed nervously. Someone else muttered, "That's not right." Maya stood still, humiliated, trembling, and fighting back tears. She wanted to run, to scream, to vanish. But all she said was, "I'll clean it up." As she walked toward the kitchen, she didn't notice the man sitting quietly in the corner booth, dressed in a plain gray jacket, a cap pulled low. He'd been watching everything. His name was Daniel Reed. And though he looked like just another diner, he wasn't. He was the founder and CEO of Lamonti Bistro Group, the very chain Mr. Collins worked for. And in that moment, his expression turned from calm to cold. The next morning, the restaurant buzzed with whispers. Everyone had seen the egg incident. No one dared speak against the manager, but everyone pitted Maya. She came in early, as always, to clean up before opening. Her hair was damp, her eyes puffy from crying. Still, she smiled at the kitchen staff and said, "Let's make it a good day." An hour later, a black car pulled up outside. Out stepped Daniel Reed, but this time, without the cap or jacket. The staff froze. They recognized the face from company posters and training manuals. Mr. Collins rushed forward, flustered and smiling fake. "Sir, what an honor. You should have told me you were visiting. I would've." Daniel raised a hand. "Let's skip the pleasantries, Mr. Collins. I was here last night. Table 16. The manager's smile faded. "Ah, I see. I hope everything was to your satisfaction." Daniel's tone was calm, but his words cut deep. "I witnessed you humiliate a member of your staff in front of customers. You broke an egg on her head. Tell me, is that what we stand for?" The restaurant went silent. Cooks peeked from the kitchen. Waiters froze mid-step. Collins stammered, "It was just a little discipline, sir. She made a mistake." Daniel's eyes narrowed. "Then you've made one too. A big one." He turned to Maya, who stood by the counter, unsure if she should even be there. "Maya, I saw what happened. And I saw how you handled it, with grace no one deserves to have to show under that kind of treatment." She swallowed hard. "I just didn't want to cause trouble." Daniel smiled softly. "You didn't. You showed me what true professionalism looks like." Then he faced the entire staff. "Mr. Collins will no longer be managing this branch. Effective immediately." The words hit like thunder. Collins's face went pale. "Sir, please." Daniel turned away. You can leave your keys at the counter. As the manager stormed out, humiliated, the room felt lighter, as if a storm had passed. Daniel then looked at Maya again. You said you wanted to go to college? She blinked, confused. Yes. I'm saving up for it. Don't, he said simply. From today, I'm sponsoring your tuition. Full ride. You deserve it. Not just for your hard work, but for showing dignity when no one else did. Maya covered her mouth, tears welling up. Sir, I don't know what to say. Say thank you, and promise me something. She nodded quickly. When you become successful, Daniel said with a smile, never forget how it feels to be treated small. Lead people with kindness. That day, Maya's life changed forever. She went to school, studied hospitality management, and years later, she returned to La Monte Bistro. Not as a waitress, but as a manager, one known for her warmth, fairness, and grace. Whenever new staff asked why she always carried an egg in her locker, she'd smile and say, "It's a reminder, not of shame, but of the day I learned that dignity cracks, but never breaks." Sometimes, life will hand you people who try to break you, to test your patience, your pride, your worth. But remember, the world always has eyes watching, and kindness has a way of finding its witnesses. Be like Maya, humble in struggle, strong in silence, and gracious in victory. Because true power doesn't come from breaking others. It comes from lifting them up, even when no one's looking.